Hey guys, it's your boy Dodo McGee and welcome back to another tutorial video for LSPDFR. So in the last couple of videos we have got you set up with LSPDFR, got some plugins installed to make your life a lot easier. In the last video I showed you how to install a load of different PEDs, and as promised in this part 2 I'm going to be showing you how to install the popular mod known as EUP, or the Emergency Uniforms Pack. So you can get some nice new outfits for your characters just like you can see in front of us. Let's go! So for this video we're going to be looking at installing the Emergency Uniforms Pack, better known as EUP. Specifically to start off with we're going to be installing EUP Law Order 9.3 and EUP Serve and Rescue 1.5. What EUP effectively does, it allows you to play as a multiplayer character in game, and it gives you the same customization when it comes to clothing as you would expect in GTA Online, for example. And it gives you a whole range of different outfits and vests, policing and emergency services that you might expect. By default, of course, it is all law friendly and is things like Los Santos Police Department, the San Andreas Highway Patrol. However, as mentioned before, this can be completely customized to specific real-life forces from around the world, and today we're going to be doing it in, of course, the UK. Specifically what I want to install is this. So we've got EUP 8.3 Santos Constabulary, and it is a generic British EUP pack for police. We've also got this somewhat generic ambulance and sort of hemmed ambulance set, and a fire and rescue generic set as well. In order to get all of this working, there are a lot of things that we need to download. First of all, of course, we need to download EUP Law and Order. We need to download EUP Serve and Rescue. We're going to be downloading EUP Menu, which is what we are going to be able to use to change and take a look at some of these outfits. Of course, EUP Santos Constabulary, the Ambulance Pack, the Fire and Rescue Pack, and then there's some prerequisites that all of these need in order to work. We're going to need HANAKO's Vest and Earpiece Pack, HANAKO's Female EUP Vest Pack, HANAKO's EUP Clothes Pack, and HANAKO's EUP Safari Lane Holster and Taser set. Now this might sound like a ton of things that we're going to need to download and install, but don't worry, we're going to go through it slowly and in order so that it all makes sense, and at the end of it we've got a nice little trick to make this functioning in-game an absolute breeze. So let's get started. Before we get started, however, the first thing we're going to need to do is download every single one of these, so I'm going to do that, get them all set into a folder, and then I'll be back. Okay, so we've got all of our various EUP things downloaded, and I've just organised into these nice little folders just here, and we've got our OpenIV open over here. To get started, we're going to be installing EUP Law and Order, so it comes in an OIV file. Now, OIV files are fantastic because it automatically installs these things for you. The danger being that you then can't automatically undo what is going in. So if you're a little bit anxious about this, then I recommend making a copy of your mods folder as it is before you install this, just so you've got that as a backup. But once you're ready, what we're going to do is we're going to come over to OpenIV, we're going to open edit mode, click yes for that, and we are going to go to tools right here, and we go down to package installer, and then what we have to do, we have to navigate through to where we have saved this OIV. So for me it's in tutorial stuff, EUP Law and Order, and here is our package file. It'll give you this warning that I've already mentioned about that this cannot be uninstalled automatically, and you'll have the description about what this OIV is actually all about. You don't need to go through any of this, obviously, we just need to click install over here. We're definitely going to be installing it to our mods folder, not the game folder, for the reasons previously mentioned, so click on mods folder, and then final bit of details, and we can just click install right here. A couple of seconds go by, and then once it has finished, it will tell us that it is has installed successfully. There we go, and it'll give you the option to run GTA5 straight away, so you can check out what we've just done. We're going to hold off on doing that just for now because we've got a couple more things to do. So we'll just hit close over here. So we've installed EUP. Next up, we're going to install SUP, or EUP Serve and Rescue. So we've got another OIV for this that we downloaded previously. So same again, go to Tools, Package Installer, and then this time we need to find our other OIV file. Here it is, EUP SR Serve and Rescue, and we're just going to select that, and it is the same as before. Install over on the right hand side, install to mods folder, and install. And once again that has installed successfully, so I'll just show you where you can actually find this for future reference. So if you go into mods and then update x64 DLC packs, and you see, second one down, we've got EUP. And so in here, you've got, again, DLC, x64, and then you've got a couple of folders here. The main ones we need to look at are EUP_component PEDs. This is where all of your items can be found in the various DLC packs. There's a great many things in all of them, which we don't need to go into just now, but that is where it is future reference. And underneath that, you've got EUP underscore component peds underscore P. Very similarly to when we were installing peds earlier on, the P denotes that this is for props. So this is where you're going to find things like hats. So for example, if I go to MP underscore M underscore free mode underscore 01 and we select head 1 here, we see that we're looking at a cap of some of this description. Okay, so that is EUP and SUP all installed, so we're just going to back out to our GTA5 folder. So next up, we're going to install some of the prerequisites to the UK stuff that we've got here. This is some of HANAKO's stuff. Now, HANAKO does a lot of really good stuff. A lot of it is law-friendly, and a lot of it is based around like LA stuff. So if you are an American LSPDFR user, then this is going to work really well for you. And you probably won't need to do the next steps of adding in the British stuff, because this stuff is really good. So we're going to start off with the close pack here. Now, this is going to be quite lengthy and time consuming, but the process of it is actually quite simple. So if you navigate inside here, and then first thing first, we're going to go to main. And so you've just got these folders right here. Now these match up very nicely to the things that we've already got inside our EUP folder. So if we go back over there, once again, mods, update, x64, DLC packs, and EUP, DLC.rpf, x64, and EUP underscore component peds. And you see, these are going to marry up very nicely to some of the folders we've already got in here. So we look at this top one, for example, MPM free mode 01 mail heist. You'll see that that is just this one here. So these are going to be being added into here. So very simply, what we can do is we can just take this folder and drag and drop. So if we now go into that folder there, so if we go down to heist, you'll see we've now got lower 7 has been added in, and it's a nice pair of combat trousers by the looks of it. Very nice indeed. And this is something we just need to do. It's just very important that as we're doing this, you've got plenty of space over on the right hand side here, so you're not dragging these into a specific file. And it, you see how it highlights very pale blue there. What you want to do, you want to be making sure that when you click and drag these, it's off to the side, so it's going into the overall folder, not going into any one of these specific ones. So what we'll do then is you can simply, in this, highlight all of these, drag and drop all the way over, file to the right hand side, see how nothing's being selected here, over to the side, and it will drop those in. Now there is one little thing that we need to do that is going to be important for later on with this actually, so listen up. You need to go to this bottom one here, NPM free mode 01 NPM Vinewood, and open that up. We are looking for jbib underscore 013 underscore u.ydd. Now this is a shirt. It's a combat shirt. I know this from having done this previously, and it needs to be renamed and put into a different location, just for the purpose of the Santos Constabulary pack that we're going to be installing later. So this is something we have to do for that. If you're not installing the Santos Constabulary pack, then skip this bit. It does not matter. But if you want to make this nice and British, what we're going to do, we're going to select just this one file here, and we're going to drag it up onto our desktop just there. What we're going to do is we're going to right click on this and rename it. And all we're going to do is change this from 013 to 003. That is all. With that there, what we then need to find is this folder here, npm free mode 01 underscore mail underscore apartment 01, and open that up. And you see there is already a jbib 003 in here, and so we're going to be replacing this one. So this is what it looks like at the minute, and we're going to be replacing that with this new one. So just drag and drop this into here. You'll see that the size of it has changed dramatically because we've now got a combat shirt. It is orange at the minute because the textures for it have not been installed. They're going to be in the Santos Constabulary pack. So don't worry, it's not going to be bright orange in game. So we can close that. That's that one little bit of admin done. If we then back all the way out of this in our files here, we've also got some accessories that we can put in. So if we open up that, now, because these are accessories, you see they've all got the little P here, meaning that they are props. So back in our OpenIV, this time we're going to be selecting the EUP underscore component peds underscore P for props. Go into that, and it's going to be the same again. We can just highlight these files in here, drag and drop over to the side, and it's just added those in there. There are a couple of extra files that have been added in, but that is none to worry. This stuff is now replaced some of the stuff that's in here with new and exciting things. So with those done, we can go back once again, and we can go all the way back this time to where I've got the rest of the HANAKO stuff. Next up, we're going to put in some female vests. So we're going to open up that one, file, And you see we've actually only got one here, so this is the one we're going to be replacing. So it's once again EUP component peds. Simply click, drag over to here, and there we go. That has given us some nice new vests for our female officers. Going back once again, and we are going to put in some Safariland holsters. Again, nice and simple. Go to Files, and you've got two different types. You've got some Safariland holsters, and you've got ones that have also got a taser on a drop leg holster as well. So inside holster, you've got these two here. Just highlight those, click, drag, drop. Easy as. And then we go back, do the same again with the taser leg holster version. Highlight that, click, drag, drop. Really is as simple as this. It's a little bit time consuming, but the process I hope is very simple and easy to understand. So the last thing we have to do in here is we've got one little bit of admin to do in this pack here, the vest and earpiece. Now this is an absolutely fantastic pack. It gives you a load of variations with turns to earpieces, headsets, and of course vests, as it alludes to there. If you are an American player or you just want some American styled stuff, then I recommend installing this in its entirety, because it is a really, really good pack, and it's actually used in a lot of retextures that other people do, because HANAKO makes some absolutely fantastic stuff. For this tutorial though, I'm just going to be showing you how to install one specific one, because that is the only one that we need for the Santos Constabulary pack. So if we go to Files once again, and the one we're looking for here is Vest 9. It's got reworks on it, but Vest 9, open up that, and then we can pick any one of these sizes. I'm just going to choose Setup 1 Size 1, and opening up this folder here. Now, when you first open up this folder, this is not what you are going to see. You are going to see all of these named Task 005 on all of these. Task this 005A, 005B, 005C. What you need to do is just rename all of these, just so that instead of a 5, it is a 4. Okay, and then what we're going to do is in our EP folder over here, we're going to find npm free mode 01 and open that. And what we're going to be replacing is 04 rather than 05. So this is what 05 is at the minute. This is what our 04 is at the minute. And this is the one that we are going to be replacing. So you've got to, for the Santos Constabulary pack to work, you've got to rename that to replace this vest rather than this vest. So that's why we've renamed it. But once you've done that, it's a simple case of renaming, as I say, from a 5 to a 4. Highlight all of that, drag and drop this in here, and you see the size has jumped up considerably. That's how you know it is different. And so if you open up this, you'll see to begin with the textures are probably quite messed, but that is because it's still trying to use the texture for 05 down here. So if we just change that very quickly to Task and 04 Alpha, there we go, and you see you've got a nice, it's LAPD at the minute, but that will of course change as and when we put in our Santos Constabulary pack. But that is in, and that is the one that we need to replace. And so that is it for the HANAKO stuff. We've got the close pack installed, that one vest we need to change from the vest and earpiece pack, female vest and the Safariland holsters. So if we go back to our main big long list here, and we can finally now start to look at some of the UK stuff. So we're going to do this in ascending order. We're going to go for the police stuff first. So open up this pack, and it's good. This is what it downloads as, the Santos Constabulary EUP pack for 8.3. And you've got a large amount of things in here. So what we're going to do first of all is we're going to go to uniforms, and it's split between male and female. So we'll just do the same thing for each of these, but it'll be very much similar. So open up male. If we open up body and head, so these are the splits between your normal components and component props is going to be head. So we're going to do body first, and it's as we've done before. You've got all of these, highlight them, drag and drop. Now while I'm here, I'll link this into what we just did. So if we go to what we've just replaced in this file here, and if we go to task 4 now, once you see it's still trying to grab the texture from 05, that's fine. It won't do that in game, it just does it in OpenIV. And if we go to that one, we see that this has now been changed to a UK police ARV vest. If we hadn't changed the file name, then it would have put the texture on this vest instead, and then it would have gone all kinds of wrong. So that's why we've renamed that. So just so you see, that is the logic behind it, and that is how that works. Back in the folder for that though, we've done all of this, and so next we are going to go back to female, find body, and do the same for the female stuff. Click, drag, drop, make sure it's over on the right hand side here, and those are all in. So that was all of our body stuff. So if we go on OpenIV here, if we go back back one stage and open up the the props folder, and it's going to be the similar thing again. So back over here and find head. Just 4 folders for this one. Click, drag, and drop over to the side. And that is that done. And we'll do the same, making sure we go back to find male, head, select those, drag, drop. Easy. And that is it. That is the police element of the Santos Constabulary pack installed. There's a couple more things in here, including this EUP menu folder up here, but we will come back to that in just a little bit. If we go back now and let's do ambulance next, so we'll grab that. On the LSPDFR download page, there are 2 things. There is the main file itself, and there is a Northwest Air Ambulance update, which adds some air ambulance stuff. So we'll be doing both of these. We'll do the regular ambulance service pack first. So it is exactly the same as last time. Uniforms, and this is going to be SUP component paired. So it's the same but different. Rather than being in our EUP components here, we're going to go back all the way to our DLC packs here, and we need to scroll down to this folder instead, SUP. So you've got EUP at the top and SUP at the bottom. Open up that and go through it again. DLC, X64, and instead of EUP component pairs, you've got SUP component pairs. So this is where this stuff needs to go, because EUP is typically for all of your police stuff. SUP is going to be your paramedics, EMS, fire, that kind of thing. Coast Guard as well, I think, will often go into this if you've got some packs of that installed. So SUP for this one, we're going to go SUP component peds.rpf, open up that, and you know the drill by now. Highlight all of these, click, drag over to the right hand side, and release. That is that installed. Back a couple of stages, and we'll grab the air ambulance updates as well. Uniforms, component pairs, highlight all of these, click and drop. Easy. We'll keep this in the SUP folder for now, because next up, of course, we have got Fire and Rescue. So we'll open up that. Santos Fire and Rescue Service Pack is what it downloads as. We'll open up that, find the uniform, and this one has actually got some props in it, so we'll need to bear that in mind. But we've got the SUP component pairs. Open up that, highlight these, click, and drop it in. In OpenIV, we'll go back one stage to find SUP component peds _P for our prop files, of course. Find the one that marries up in the download here, and just once again drag, drop, and those are in. That is it. That is us completely installed with this stuff. However, to make your life far easier, we're going to do a couple more cheeky little things here. So what we're going to do is we're going to back out to both of these for the time being. There we go, and we're going to minimize, or turn off edit mode, and I'm going to minimize our OpenIV here. I'm then going to bring up our GTA5 directory. You don't have to do it in this, I just find it a little bit easier for things that don't involve going into RPF files. So, I mentioned earlier, this little file here, so if we go to UK Police, Santos Constabulary, and we've got our EUP menu thing here. Now, what is that? Well, we've downloaded EUP a little bit earlier, here it is, and EUP menu makes it a whole lot easier for you to customize your characters, customize what they look like, customize what they're wearing, save different outfits on the fly. It's just a far easier and more intuitive way to do it, and it is a very easy install and such a good tool. So very simply, it is, you've got some documentation and you've got files. Go for files, and you have got 2 files in here. Now, the version of Rage Native UI.dll for this particular pack is quite old, so you will likely need to download a more up-to-date version of this, because if it's out of date then you might get some issues. I've already got one installed, so if we go to my GTA5 folder over here and scroll down, you see I've already got a version of Rage Native UI, and you see the modified date for me on this one is May 22 versus this one over here is August 2021. So I've got a more up-to-date version of that in there. For you though, if this is your first time install, what you can do is just highlight both of these and then drag and drop them in. For this, I'm just going to drag the plugins folder over to here. As I've already got this installed, it'll ask me to replace it. Don't worry about that. And it'll just replace that in. So if you take a look over here, you've got plugins. And then you see you've got EUP Menu.dll in your plugins folder. What this now means, if we go into our Santos Constabulary pack here and we go to EUP menu, you'll see that this marries up. So you've got plugins and you've got an EUP folder now, and it's going to give you a wardrobe. Now in here are a load of things that look very complicated as it loads up in Notepad here. Essentially, this is all just the data that the game and EUP menu is going to use for all of these pre-made outfits that the author of this pack has already made for us. You can see there are an absolute ton of them to choose from, and we'll have a look at those in-game in just a minute. But we'll close that for now. So what we're going to do is back to here, just where it says plugins, just drag it and drop it into where it says copy to GTA 5. Drag and drop that in there. So now if we go to plugins, you'll see there's an EP folder and a wardrobe right here with all of these in. We're going to leave this open for just a second, because if we go back onto our folder over here, and if we now go to the ambulance pack, so if we go for, you can just go into the air ambulance update pack for this one. If you go to EP menu, plugins, EUP, it will give you a different wardrobe.ini. Now, if you were just to drag and drop this in, it would get rid of all of the one we've already got here, and it would replace it with just this stuff. So what we're going to do instead is open this, and we're going to highlight all of it, all the way down to the bottom, copy it. You can Control V, right click, copy, whatever you want. And then in this one that is installed in our plugins folder, we'll just slide down to the bottom and paste it in here. There you go. So you've got all of those that are in here as well. So what this has done, this has added the ambulance stuff to our police stuff as well, so we can have both of them in at the same time. We're going to do the same thing again, but with the fire and rescue set. So go into there, EP menu, plugins, EP, wardrobe, open up that, and we're going to select, there aren't as many in this one, it's a lot shorter. Just highlight all of those, copy them back to the version of our wardrobe INI that is open in our plugins folder, down to the bottom, give it a little extra space, and paste that in. So now we've got turnout gear and stuff in here as well. So there we go. What we need to do now is click X, make sure you hit save, and that will save all of our new outfits in there. We can get rid of this one. And now there is one more little bit of installation that we're going to do to again make your life a hell of a lot easier. There's one more file that you may have noticed lurking in this folder over here entitled configuration, and that is one thing that I don't think I mentioned earlier when downloading. What this is, amongst the sea of adverts that I unfortunately can't get rid of, is the same by WilsonTheIrish, who made all of our packs that we've installed. It is a EUP LSPDFR and Ultimate Backup configuration set. So we download this as normal, and then what we get is this. What this is going to do is going to make it so that not only can you get to these outfits via the EUP menu, but they will automatically be recognized by LSPDFR, so that when you go on duty, you can choose these outfits, and as well as some other things as well. Not only that, but if you go into your plugins folder right here and go LSPDFR, you'll see that there are some new things for Compulite, Stop the Ped, and crucially Ultimate Backup. What WilsonTheIrish has done, he has taken the time to make all of these outfits ready to go so that they will work with your Ultimate Backup and LSPDFR when you're asking for backup. The units you'll see ambiently spawning as well. So this is going to save you a load of time from editing it yourself. So all you need to do for this is highlight the LSPDFR and plugins folder, and then drag and drop just so it says copy to GTA 5. For me, I've already put these in previously, so it'll ask me to replace them. It might not for you. If it does, it's fine. You can just replace them. And those are now in there. We are now ready to go. So if I get rid of both of these, and we're going to open up our Rage plugin hook, and we're going to hold down left shift to bring up the settings. Because we've installed EUP menu, it was now in our list of plugins here. So before we load it up, you need to make sure that you have got this ticked, and then we can hit save and launch as normal and wait for GTA 5 to load. Here we go, we've loaded up into game, and we're down here at the Mission Row police station. You can see we've got some of our PEDs that we previously installed over here. So if we go through and we go on duty as we have done in previous videos, if we go into the locker room over here. Hello everyone. Press E. This guy's awkwardly standing in the background. Hi buddy. Okay, he's going. So if we go on duty here, And we've got our CompuLite, Stop Ped, and Ultimate Backup has all loaded. But if we go into our police locker, things are a little bit different. You've got the LPU, which I'm going to assume is Local Policing Unit. And if we go down to Outfit, and here we go. We see straight away it is looking a little bit different. So we've got a shirt and tie option. We've got a long sleeve shirt and stab vest, a short sleeve shirt and stab vest. We've got a fleece combination. We've got a high-vis raincoat, we've got a normal raincoat, and we've got a nice winter jacket. And that's all just the LPU. If we go back to agency, we've got RPU, our Roads Policing Unit. We've got a RPU fleece. That one has glitched ever so slightly. Not sure what that one is about, but as you see, we've got a couple of variations in here. There we go. Those are looking a little bit more normal. But if we've got a RPU long sleeve wicking shirt, I've got a high-vis vest version of this as well, by the looks of it. We've got a short sleeve wicking shirt again with a high-vis jacket option. Sorry, high-vis vest option. Winter jacket, which we've got a shirt and tie and a wicking shirt option. Oh, and a thermal for those winter patrols. Got a raincoat, which again you've got a shirt and tie. You've got a high-vis jacket on under there. Got a thermal on under there. Loads of different options. As you see, there is a bunch of different options in each of these. You've got RPU, you've got RCT. You've got a nice white hat with this one as well. So you've got different options in here. All looking really, really good. ARU, Armed Response Unit. As you see, you've got the new vest that we put in there. Of course, if we'd not done that one little step earlier on, that would look very strange. And you see, we've got a raincoat there and a wicking shirt. And you see, we've got options with a more tactical helmet as well and some goggles. And then, of course, we've also got our Santos Fire and Rescue Service. So we've got our turnout gear here. As well as some breathing apparatus, and we've got Northwest Ambulance Service. So you've got the paramedics here. We've got a long sleeve shirt, short sleeve shirt, a nice goose jacket. That's very nice, actually. I might steal that for my my main game. And we've also got the air ambulance that we've put in, and these look really, really good. I do really like these as well, actually. So you've got the rapid response vehicle kit there. You've got the ready for the aircraft, and you've got a goose jacket for that one as well. For the time being, let's go with our nice white shirt here. So let's go confirm with that, and we'll back out. As you can see here, these are really, really nice. I do like these a lot, and the fact that you've got all of this just ready to go out the box, you don't have to mess around with anything, trying to get all this stuff to work. It is ready to go straight out of the box. So let's take a quick look then at our EUP menu. So if we push F11 to open up this, and here we see we've got our menu here. So you've got characters. At the minute, we're obviously using Barry as a character, but you can create a character the exact same way you do in LSPDFR creation or GTA5 Online. So you can make as many of these as you want. You can have a female character saved, a main character, a silly character, etc. And then, of course, we have got our wardrobe here. So here are all the things that previously mentioned. We've got our shirt and tie. We've got the one we were just wearing, short sleeve shirts, a fleece. These are all pre-made for you and ready to go. So you can change these on the fly. We've got RPU raincoats. We've got some other ones as well. We've got a public honor save with a helmet and some pads on. That one looks really nice. And of course, we've got all of our ambulance stuff down here as well. As then we've got a nice white shirt version here. Got a polo shirt version here. Got a goose jacket with thermals on. Got an open jacket version here. Absolutely loads of stuff. Got air ambulance things once again. Got an open goose jacket. And we've got our actually we've also got our fire and rescue thing here. The helmet doesn't appear to have changed, weirdly, but we'll gloss over that for the time being. There you go, we've got a polo shirt on as well. So loads and loads of options. And of course, if we go, let's just pick this one for example. Let's try and give this guy a hat. So if we go down to the bottom, you can either create your own outfit or you could edit one. And you see you've got all of these options. You can see now where all that data we looked at in the wardrobe RNI, this is where it comes from, this is what it changes. But look, you can scroll through all of your hats. We can get a nice white hat on here. Looks like we've got some kind of North Face hat there. All different ones. Now these are going to be a combination of hats and things that are already in GTA 5. As well as some of the things we've changed, obviously, as you've got all the Christmas stuff. But you can see how just there's 181 options just for hats alone. So you can really see the combination. There we go. We've got a nice black hat for this guy to wear. So we can go and save this. And there we go. We're looking ready for patrol, aren't we? So you can see just there the vast amount of customization options that you will have in making all of these characters and, of course, what they wear. So the last thing we need to try out, of course, is our ultimate backup configuration that has been put in for us. So if we come down here, if we open up our ultimate backup, as we've done previously by pushing B, let's just get a local response unit out here. Let's get someone down here and let's see what they are wearing. Here they come, and I could already see from a distance they are wearing exactly what they are supposed to be. Look at this. So much it's the same as us. He's got his radio, he's got his body cam, he's got his nice vest and his UK style belt on. He is looking absolutely fantastic. And like guys, we've got a load of different things ready down the side here. We've got options for an on-duty inspector, the task force, the public order unit. Let's go ahead and try calling them.
Assistance required.
There you go. We let that other guy get out of here, and now we should have the public order unit rolling up on scene here. Here we go. Oh, look at that. That is absolutely fantastic. They look really, really good. I like those. As I say, the fact that all of this has been pre-made for you, it just makes ultimate backup and using it really, really easy. These guys can all disappear, except this one guy who's decided he wants to be my partner. No, buddy, you can go. You can go. Let's say we just want to get Northwest Ambulance Service. Let's try that and get them out here on the way. They should come in the ambulance this time. Here we go. We've got Mission Road San Andreas EMS here. And as you see, they are wearing the correct stuff. They're going to leave again because there's no patient here for them. As I say, you've got all of these different options. If we bump this up to grade 1, of course, you've got ARV patrol and ARV support. Let's get a traffic unit out. Let's see what they look like. As you see, you've got a little bit of a variety as well, which is nice to see. One's got a white shirt, one's got a black shirt on. So there we go, guys. That has been a look at how to install EUP for GTA5 and LSPDFR, as well as looking at the sort of Santos Constabulary pack made by WilsonTheIrish. Fantastic pack. Absolutely would 100% recommend that you give this a look. However, I do think we now need to address the elephant in the room. Of course, we've got these nice British PEDs. We've got these nice British EUP. However, if we look behind us, we've still got these very generic American LS police cars. So we're going to need to do something about that. So if you would like to see how to install some different police cars, be it either for the UK or somewhere else, then you need to click this next video here and I will show you how to do it. But until then, thank you all so very much for watching. I've been Zoda McGee and I'll see you back on patrol.